Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's been on many people's minds lately, particularly those who enjoy a good moan about the state of things. Why are so many people leaving the UK? You might picture us as a nation of stoic tea drinkers, politely queuing for our daily dose of drizzle. But the truth is, a surprising number of Brits are trading their bangers for bratwurst and their cuppa for, well, something else probably involving caffeine. Now, we're not talking about a mass exodus on the scale of a certain boy band fleeing screaming fans, but the numbers are significant enough to raise eyebrows that have likely been furrowed over the ever-increasing price of biscuits. Is it just a case of itchy feet? Or are there deeper issues driving Brits to seek greener pastures? And by greener, we don't mean the kind you find after a particularly strong vindaloo. Over the next few minutes, we'll unpack the top 7 reasons why people are packing their bags and bidding farewell to Blighty. And trust us, it's more nuanced than just blaming it all on Piers Morgan. Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Let's be honest, the UK hasn't exactly been a beacon of stability lately, has it? It's like watching a reality TV show where no one can decide who to vote off the island, except the island is actually a floating landmass with a questionable relationship with Europe, and the prize is, well, that's still up for debate, isn't it? First, we had the whole Brexit saga, a political rollercoaster that left everyone feeling like they'd spun around on one of those teacup rides one too many times. The aftershocks of that decision are still being felt, with businesses unsure of where they stand and people grappling with the implications for their own lives. Add to that a global pandemic that threw everything into chaos, and you've got a recipe for uncertainty stew seasoned liberally with a dash of economic anxiety. It's enough to make anyone want to pack a suitcase and head for the metaphorical hills, preferably ones with a stable currency and a clear plan for the future. And let's not forget the ever-present political circus, a never-ending performance of buffoonery and backstabbing that would make even the most cynical observer question the point of it all. It's not exactly the kind of environment that inspires confidence in the future, is it? No wonder some people are looking for a bit more certainty in their lives, even if it means swapping out their electric kettle for a questionable coffee machine. The cost of living in the UK. A topic that's as pleasant to discuss as a root canal while listening to a bagpipe rendition of Baby Shark. It's no secret that living in the UK has become increasingly expensive, and we're not just talking about the price of a decent cuppa. Although, let's be honest, that's a travesty in itself. Housing costs have skyrocketed, making it feel like you need to win the lottery just to afford a shoebox in Zone 6. And don't even get us started on renting. A system seemingly designed to drain your bank account faster than you can say Boris Johnson's wallpaper budget. Then there's the ever-increasing cost of essentials, like food, energy, and transportation. Remember when you could get a pint for under a £5? Those days are long gone, my friend. Now you're lucky if you can find one for under a tenner, and that's before you factor in the price of a packet of crisps to share, because let's be real, no one actually eats crisps alone, do they? It's enough to make you want to move to a remote island and live off foraged berries and rainwater, assuming you can afford the ferry ticket to get there, of course. Let's talk about the job market, shall we? Specifically, the lack of opportunities for young people and those in certain sectors. It's all well and good to tell graduates to follow their dreams, but what happens when those dreams collide headfirst with the reality of a job market that seems to be shrinking faster than a cashmere sweater in a hot wash? The competition for decent-paying jobs is fierce, and many find themselves stuck in a cycle of low-wage, insecure work, their dreams slowly withering away like a forgotten houseplant. It's enough to make you want to throw in the towel, if you could afford a towel after paying rent, of course. And don't even get us started on the gig economy, a system that promises flexibility but often delivers exploitation and precarity. It's like a magic trick where the magician makes your rights and benefits disappear, leaving you with nothing but a sense of unease and a stack of unpaid invoices. Now let's talk about education, the cornerstone of any society, or so they say. While the UK boasts some world-renowned universities, the same can't always be said for its primary and secondary education system. Years of underfunding and political meddling have left many schools struggling to provide a decent standard of education. And that's before we even get into the whole debate about school lunches that look like they were assembled by a blindfolded toddler. Class sizes are ballooning faster than a politician's ego on a slow news day. Resources are stretched thinner than a supermarket pizza, and teachers are leaving the profession faster than rats fleeing a sinking ship. It's enough to make you want to homeschool your children if you haven't already been driven mad by trying to explain long division during lockdown. And let's not forget the ever-increasing cost of university, a system that saddles graduates with mountains of debt before they've even had a chance to dip their toes into the job market. It's enough to make you wonder if a degree is still worth the paper it's printed on, or if you'd be better off investing in a good pair of work boots and learning a trade. The NHS, the UK's most beloved institution, right up there, with tea and complaining about the weather. But even this national treasure isn't immune to the problems plaguing the UK. Years of underfunding and increasing demand have left the NHS stretched thinner than a slice of cucumber sandwich at a garden party. Wait times for appointments are longer than ever, hospitals are overflowing, and staff are leaving for greener pastures. And by greener pastures we mean jobs that don't involve working 12-hour shifts, while being chronically underpaid and undervalued. It's enough to make you want to take up yoga and invest in a good first aid kit just in case. And let's not forget the postcode lottery of healthcare, where your access to treatment can depend on where you live. It's a system that's crying out for reform, but with the political will to actually fix it seemingly absent, it's no wonder some people are looking for healthcare solutions elsewhere. Let's face it, quality of life is about more than just having access to decent healthcare and a functioning education system. It's about the things that make life worth living, spending time with loved ones, pursuing your passions, and enjoying the fruits of your labor, or at least having enough disposable income to buy a decent takeaway on a Friday night. And while the UK certainly has its charms, from its picturesque countryside to its vibrant cities, there's no denying that the overall quality of life has been on the decline for many. The cost of living crisis is eating into people's disposable income, leaving them with less money to spend on things they enjoy. Long working hours and a culture of overwork mean that many people are struggling to achieve a healthy work-life balance, leaving them feeling burnt out and resentful. And let's not forget the weather, a constant source of conversation and complaint in the UK. While some may revel in the unpredictable nature of the British climate, for others, the relentless rain and lack of sunshine can take a toll on their mental health. It's enough to make you want to move to a country where the sun actually shines, even if it means swapping out your wellies for sandals. Okay. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the increasingly volatile weather patterns outside our windows. Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It's here, it's happening, and it's impacting our lives in very real ways. The UK, despite its reputation for drizzle, is experiencing more extreme weather events, from heat waves that would make a cactus sweat to floods that could rival Noah's Ark. And while the government drags its feet on taking meaningful action, some people are taking matters into their own hands, seeking out countries with more sustainable practices and a greater commitment to combating climate change. They're trading in their umbrellas for solar panels and their gas-guzzling cars for bicycles, determined to make a difference, even if it means saying goodbye to Blighty. So there you have it. The top 7 reasons why people are leaving the UK, a nation that seems to be perpetually stuck between a rock and a hard place, or perhaps more accurately, between a soggy biscuit and a lukewarm cuppa. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, and whether these trends continue remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, the UK needs to address these issues head-on if it wants to stem the flow of people packing their bags and heading for sunnier and drier shores. That's it from us this week. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to stock up on tea bags and biscuits, just in case the whole thing goes belly up. Cheers! Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content like this. Let us know in the comments if you have any other reasons why people might be leaving the UK. See you next time.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.